Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So I have been, I guess, kind of having a little bit of anxiety, I guess is what I could call it, about the end of May. We have a lot going on at the end of May, and even though that's a while away, I don't know, there's some things that are happening at the end of May that make me nervous. And one of them, some people might say, well, aren't you good at that by now? And that's moving. We have lived in the Philippines for 5 years, and this will be our 5th move. And we've been in the house we're in currently now. By the time we move, it'll be 2 years that we've been here. And that is the longest we have lived anywhere in a house in the Philippines. Because our first house, we lived there for a semester, and then we moved. We lived in our next house for 1.5 years. We went back to the States, and then we lived in 2 different apartments, and then, or no, when we first got here, we lived in one apartment, then we moved to another, and then we lived in an apartment, and it got broken into, and then we moved to where we are now. And so we've been here in this house the longest, and yeah, I don't want to move, but our landlord wants to live here, and she has that right. It's her house, and so yeah, we're moving at the end of May. We know where we're moving to. It's a nice house. One of the things that does make me a little bit nervous is the stairs, but the biggest thing that makes me nervous is just the amount of time that we have to move and before we leave for the States. So the last day of school is May 21st, or that's like, excuse me, that's graduation and everything. And so the couple that lives in that house currently is moving out that day. And then, so they want to get all the stuff moved out of the house and get it cleaned before we start moving things in. And then we leave for the States on the 25th. So if they get moved out of the house and pretty much everything moved out on the 21st, and then if it gets cleaned on the 22nd, that leaves us the 23rd, 24th, and most of the 25th. So it should be okay, but it's just like, like I don't even really remember much of the last time we moved. I remember that who helped us. I remember that there were some students that helped, and they did a fabulous job. But I don't know. I guess we've just been here long enough that we've collected more stuff, and I'm not exactly for sure how everything got where it is and how it all worked out. But it has. So I have that anxiety a little bit. And then there's the unknown of what's going to happen with twins. We have got a hold of a social worker and said on our end that we have a couple of options, but we have to make sure that those are okay with her and okay with the system, and if they're not, like, what their plan is and what they're thinking and how all that works. And so, yeah, there's a lot at the end of May, and I know it's only February, so I really shouldn't be thinking about it. I shouldn't be fretting about it. I really should just be handing it over to the Lord, but sometimes your mind just runs rampant. And sometimes you just end up thinking about those things when I really need to give them to the Lord. So, yeah, I have those anxieties of different things at the end of May. And then another thing is we're flying through an airport that I've never flown through. I've never been to Los Angeles, and we're flying through Los Angeles's airport on the way to Chicago to see my family. But yeah, I guess the good thing about that is we'll get through all the customs stuff, and then we'll go on to Chicago. So once we get to Chicago, like, I'll get to see my parents and things really quickly. So that'll be nice. So yeah. In other news, it's been raining a lot here, so it's cooler. It's not cold, but it's cooler. I like to use blankets when I nap or sleep or whatever, and it's been cool enough that I got to nap today with a blanket, and I only have one fan going, and it's nice. And I guess it's quite fitting because today at Thomas's school they are watching the Polar Express, and I was told to send him to school in winter clothes. He does not own any winter clothes. Like, we might have some back in the States, but I don't think it fits him, and we definitely don't have winter clothes here. And so, like, I found a sweatshirt that barely fits him. It's like too small, and he went in sweatpants and a t-shirt, and yeah, I've got a picture. I'll post it at the end of the video, and I'll show you. And it was interesting. I got sent a picture of his class, and there are some kids in winter jackets and winter hats and things, and I was like, oh, that's great. Wonder where they found those, because we definitely don't own winter stuff. And so, yeah, I guess rich people, like, they get those messages and they're able to just go out and get them, or maybe they just had them laying around or whatever, but we did not. And one of the things that was good about today, since he had to wear that, it was eye-opening to the fact of, oh, we might want to see if we can find a sweatshirt that does fit him, because a lot of times the airplanes are cooler, so for when we're going back. And yeah, health update. I'm feeling better. I wasn't feeling well yesterday at all. I'm just tired. Thomas is feeling well. The twins' ear, behind the ear, is healing up really nicely. The twins are in good health. Our biggest thing right now is Dan's ankle. He rolled his ankle, I think it was last week now, and it's still stiff, still sore, still bruised, and we're not for sure, like, would it be a good idea to go to the doctor for a rolled ankle? Like, what are they gonna say? He's trying to ice it. He's trying to keep it elevated. He's trying to stay off of it. But he's just an amazing man of the house, and, trying to make sure that all these things that need to get done are getting done and taken care of, and making sure that we're all taken care of. And so, yeah, keep Daniel in your prayers, as we're just hoping that this ankle goes back to how it should. And yeah, next week the high school will be on outdoor education for the week, and he is not going this year. This is the first time since the last time he didn't go was the year that Thomas was born. So this is the first time in 4 years, other than that year we had in the States, that he isn't going. So hopefully he'll be able to use that time to catch up. If his ankle's still looking bad, hopefully he can just sit and work in his classroom and keep his ankle up so that it gets better. But yeah, please keep that in your prayers. So that is it for this video. I hope you are all doing well. I hope it is not an Arctic situation where you are, or a polar situation, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. God bless.